Hi there, welcome to this video. This is Tina from tinaheals.com, and if you have an Aries ascendant, a Taurus moon and a Virgo sun, then this is your video. So let us understand the ascendant. The ascendant is the degree which is rising on the eastern side of the horizon at the moment of your birth, the degree of the zodiac, okay? And the sign which it falls on is your rising sign, okay? So you have ascendant in Aries, okay? So Aries is your rising sign, of course. Ascendant is the degree, so maybe you have it in 8 degrees of Aries, your ascendant. So that definitely makes you a pioneer of sorts, because Aries is all about initiation. Okay, after the soul completes the 30th degree of Pisces and returns to source code, the soul is reincarnated with a mini Big Bang, and it arrives in Aries. And Aries is the infant of the zodiac. Okay, so sometimes it's about me. The eminent astrologer Stephen Forrest says that the goal of Aries is enlightened selfishness. So yes, there will be definitely selfishness with this energy, but how you use that selfishness, how you fuel that for the good of everyone. Okay, Aries is definitely the fire starter. It's a fire sign. It is yang. It is a cardinal. So there is every time the sun moves into Aries, we have the spring in the northern hemisphere, and it's about life springing into action, into animation, if I can say that. It's when life springs in from hibernation into animation. Okay, and everything is beautiful, everything is lively, everything is enlivened by Aries. Okay, it is, as I said, a bit selfish if you don't give in to compassion, because it's ruled by Mars, who is all about strife and conflict in the lower vibrations. In the high vibrations, it's about our impulse to desire and grow, our impulse to move from one experience to the other. Mars is the very male archetype, so Aries is male. Even the physique, okay, ascendant is how the world perceives you. Okay, it's according to the Jungian scholar Frida Fordham, we all wear a mask. It's a persona that we put forward in front of the world, and people perceive us and look at us through this lens. Okay, this is, for you, it's Aries. So you're definitely dry, quick, you need movement, you have swiftness in your gait, you're not lethargic, you're not slow, your complexion is ruddy, you love your highlighters, your head face is highlighted, okay, because Aries rules the head. So but there could be problems with your hair, because you know an afflicted Mars could mean you have thinning hair, but or you could love to keep it red and short. You know, Aries, they love this different kinds of hairdos, maybe even bangs with some coloration or streaks, something like that, something that makes you notice the head. They also love head accessories, shades. Be careful of your eyes, because even afflicted Mars can mean difficulties in reading, or problems with your eyesight, or eyes drying up. Remember, Aries is a dry sign. So I had a client whose eyes were drying up. And be careful of your gums and teeth, and also your throat, because you have Taurus moon. Taurus rules the throat, so take care of ENT. Okay, also be careful that you don't give into stress and anxiety, because being Aries ascendant, Virgo is your 6th house of health. So don't be too critical on yourself. Learn how to balance yourself with you know, and learn how to work through stress, because that's very important when Virgo is your 6th house cusp, right? So essentially the shadow and the lessons of Aries, it has to do with this infant growing up. okay, the infant of the zodiac, and all the teething pains and all the growth pains and everything. With all that, okay, encompassing all that, the soul must grow, right? So that is one of the, if you want to live in alignment to your Aries ascendant, be authentic, okay, because Aries is a very authentic energy. You get what you see. They are not deceptive, or they don't want to hide things, of course, unless other things are happening in the natal chart, but they want to be direct. They want to be perceived as direct, right? So that was your ascendant, okay. Okay, your features, so you're definitely gonna have narrow piercing eyes, okay, maybe even a slim mouth, and very pointed cheekbones. So you can come across as someone lacking compassion if you're not careful, because I told you Aries can be very dry and very harsh, very accurate. So that's something you've got to work with, developing compassion. Okay, now the moon is a very private part of us. If the ascendant is the Jungian mask that we wear, the moon sign is who we are when the mask comes off and when no one is looking. So a child typically till 7 exhibits more of the qualities of their moon sign, and according to esoteric astrology, the moon sign becomes your greatest challenge after the age of 35. Why? Because the moon deals with your emotions, with your idea of nurturance, how you give it, how you receive it, okay. It deals with your childhood, your mother, your habit patterns. So oftentimes the soul gets encumbered in your everyday routines and your emotions, and cannot express itself to fruition. So that's why it's very important to understand the karma of your moon sign. So Taurus is the second sign of the zodiac. After this crazy big bang of Aries, now we settle down, and Taurus is the archetype of the builder. It's an earth sign, it's dark night, it's also hard because it's earth, and it's ruled by Venus in exoteric astrology, and of course Mars and Venus, the archetype of male female in your ascendant and moon. So that's interesting. So with the Taurus moon, you're definitely artistic, creative, or you could be working in the banking sector. Venus rules money and relationships. Taurus is definitely about finding harmony in physical forms. It rules the physical body, and it also rules our food sources, okay. So be careful of not eating too much, okay. Be careful of not spending too much, or not binge shopping, or eating like crazy. Be careful of that. Now with the Virgo sun, the sun is the outward projection of our internal energy. It's our father, it's our goals, it's masculine, right? Now 6th house is a problematic house. It's a house of health, hidden enemies, and whatnot. So 6th house sun is not ideal, but and the sun does not do well in Virgo. Virgo is so very analytical, and Virgo is so problematic that the sun cannot shine in its glorious light in Virgo. Although the sun in Virgo can be about detailing, remember it's how you want the world to perceive you. So you probably give out a lot of your Virgo traits to the world, but your ascendant, remember, is always how the world will perceive you. But your ambitions are Virgoan, because that is your sun, right? Your ambitions, your goals. So being service oriented is definitely something that you need to look at. Virgo is mutable, so you've got cardinal, fixed, and mutable energy going. So there's a balance of everything. Good. Mutable means you can be impressionable, not be very fixed, which is good. So adaptable. Mutables are always adaptable. And Virgo, we know, is ruled by Mercury, although a lot of people dispute that and say that Chiron, the asteroid, rules Virgo. Some say it's trans Pluto. So we don't know, but actually according to esoteric astrology, it is the moon, and the moon actually veils another planet, and that is actually Vulcan, that the other planet. And Vulcan in esoteric astrology rules Taurus and Virgo, and Taurus and Virgo both deal with the physical body and our food system. So Virgo's it rules your digestion. So what you eat is very important with a Virgo sun and a Taurus moon. Okay, so be mindful of that. And Virgo essentially is about seeing the whole personality as a womb and the soul as the principle of Christos or Christ within. Okay, so having attained perfection in your physical form, can you worship the Logos or the Christos, the Krishna within? That is the idea of Virgo. So there's an emphasis on the physical body with this yoga, and all the yoga bunnies are mostly Virgos. Very open with diet, 6th house sun. You're definitely going to look into diet heavily and how you eat. Okay, so your everyday, there may be challenges with your everyday, because any planets in 6th house, it is slightly difficult. So that's something that you got to work with. With the Virgo sun, honor the sacredness of duality. Understand that everything is dualistic, and Aries, it's not always about understanding, it's about experiencing. And Virgo can be this really analytical, critical energy, and Taurus can be this fixed, stubborn energy. So find a balance and always work in expressing your Mars through any form of exercise or any form of kinetics. Just work on that Mars. Be careful of violence and temper, especially of course where you have your Mars is going to decide that. And be careful of negative self-talk, and don't get into self-sabotage patterns with these. So let me know in the comments below how you liked this video, and if you like what I do. Thank you so much.